Thank you very much, Presiding Officer.
And speeches are 4 minutes, please.
Thank you very much, Presiding Officer, and thank you very much to Alec Rowley for bringing this debate to the Chamber, a debate that I believe is timely and also imperative. Timely because my constituents, the people of Hamilton, Larkhall and Stonehouse, who live within South Lanarkshire Council, are the next local authority to receive the full rollout of universal credit. And make no mistake, Presiding Officer, the reason why this debate is imperative because this botched rollout is detrimentally affecting lives, and that's just pure and simple. We are seeing people, not claimants, not customers, not service users, people, human beings, going for up to 7 weeks without any form of welfare from the government. 7 weeks, potentially without food, without electricity or other power, without sustenance, and the list goes on and on and on. Now, Presiding Officer, I put that bit in my speech this morning before I heard some news just about 2 hours ago from the selfless volunteers that I know very well at the Hamilton and District Food Bank, the true heroes of the front line of defending people from Tory reform. They have advised me that they know of people who came to see them today waiting 12 weeks for any form of welfare as a result of the universal credit changeover. 12 weeks, 3 months, let that sink in. Imagine that was you or a family member. Essentially what this rollout has achieved, Presiding Officer, is a Tory-engineered, systematic shutdown of any form of life for the deserving poor, as they would put it, those who have the immense misfortune to find themselves in times of trouble, but are met with a desolate silence from the UK Government, a bit like Ruth Davidson's answer to Mr Rowley's letter. It reeks of callous and cruel nature, which has become synonymous of this Conservative Government. Since the partial introduction phase of universal credit within South Lanarkshire, my constituents have faced a complete myriad of problems, from significant delays in their payments, forcing hundreds into arrears, hunger and destitution, to an incomprehensible help system. What a laugh, help system, whereby people are unable to contact a universal credit processing centre to resolve any of their issues. And whilst we hurtle at breakneck speed into the ever-growing digital economy, we can't leave behind those people who brought us here. We can't leave behind those who are lacking the technical online literacy needed to complete the deliberately, and I mean deliberately, complicated DWP forms. And that's not hyperbole. They are designed to be complex. They seek to exclude the vulnerable, the needy and the hopeless. They aim to divide and cause unnecessary hassle for those who somehow have the audacity to make a claim from this government. The evidence is there, and it cannot be ignored. Within the 2 authorities in Scotland that have the most experience of the full service, East Lothian and Highlands, approximately 82% in the receipt of universal credit are in arrears. This decision has real consequences. And for South Lanarkshire, to the tune of £4 million. This is the amount that they have had to put aside to mitigate the cost of the rollout. An absolute chronic waste of resources. That money could have been added to schools, houses, health, infrastructure, anything you want, all just to deal with a government who wants to demonise those at risk. Presiding Officer, the risk to the safety and the well-being of women and children, and regrettably children who will go hungry because this Tory Government insists on continuing their failed attempts. Just let that sink in. Instead of heeding the warnings from CAB, from all of the charities, from local authorities, from welfare rights organisations, and listen to those who matter, the people on universal credit, the Tories will continue to make children hungry, to put their welfare in jeopardy. Presiding Officer, I for one will not allow the Tory pursuit of ideological welfare reform jeopardise any of my constituents. And once again, I thank Alec Rowley for bringing this very important debate to Parliament.